So before this video starts and before I do my usual intro, I just want to say that this video is a rant video. Not that I'm saying any hate about Fortnite or towards Fortnite about what they did wrong in these chapters and what my personal opinions are. This is kind of just, I don't usually use scripts in videos, so this is just off the top of my head, just hit record and just talk. So it's kind of more of a ramble video than usually what I usually do with the non commentary. So if you enjoy this, please let me know and I will do more of these. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the W Bus Driver channel. Now, before I even get to rambling, as I usually do, I just want to say that this is just off the top of my head. This is not scripted. So anything I talk about here is just off the top of my head about Fortnite and my personal opinions. So if this is not your personal opinion, I would love to hear your opinion in the comments below. Now, to start off with the Holy Grail, Chapter 1. Now, Chapter 1 was the very beginning of Fortnite. Obviously, like I said, I started playing in Chapter 1, Season 3. So, I missed the Good Christmas Update in Season 2. And then, obviously, the very, very beginning, like from scratch, Chapter 1. Season 1, sorry. And I feel like Fortnite used Chapter 1 to experiment because Fortnite has never had this kind of fame before. Epic Games was only like, if you could call it, a small company developing Save the World. And once they made this battle royale, and they didn't expect to be so popular as PUBG, and once it blew up, they didn't really know how to balance out a battle royale mode. So they really experimented and just like started making new things, new systems, new mechanics, which a live service game should do. And I feel like starting off with Chapter 1 Season 3, I think it's an amazing season. I mean, we had amazing battle pass, John Wick, the John Wick copycat, Rust Lord, all these other amazing characters. And we had Tilted Towers added. I think this was the season Tilted Towers was added. And I think there was another location that was added. I'll put it up on the screen. And it was a good season. Overall, I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. Definitely up there. Now, Chapter 1 Season 4 was even better. They innovated. They added a whole like storyline. And what I think was so cool about Chapter 1 Season 4 is that they made it around a superhero theme. So all the skins in the battle pass were like villains and heroes, but it was based around a movie. And we all thought it was like, there's gonna be like this big battle between the heroes and the villains, but no, it's just like a movie, and it was revealed at the end. It was pretty cool. But no, I would give the season around like a 7.5. And we had the meteor build up in Chapter 1 Season 3, which built up to such a good season. And I feel like the whole vibe of Chapter 1 Season 4 is amazing. Now, on to Chapter 1 Season 5, where one of the first actual movable vehicles, the ATK, which is fun to use, just drifting around corners. And this season added Paradise Palms and so many other new locations to the map, like especially the big desert biome. And unfortunately, Season 5 did have some downsides with the P90 meta. It was basically replaced any gun in your loadout. It had the most amount of fire rate. It could shoot the farthest. It literally replaced any SMG, even a shotgun in your loadout. It did get nerfed eventually, but that was the biggest hiccup in Season 5. So I'd give Season 5 definitely a 9. And I feel like that's a little bit biased because the season was in the summer, which was, I was a kid, so I would play all the time. So I feel like I'm kind of biased on that. But anyway, let's move on to Chapter 1 Season 6. Now, Chapter 1 Season 6 was one of the times where Fortnite learned from their mistakes with the zombies, but we'll get to that later. Chapter 1 Season 6 brought Kevin the Cube after the small event in the summer skirmish. where Ninja and Tim the Tatman were watching it. Kevin the Cube spawned down from the sky after the crack from the launch rocket mini event. Everybody knows.
Rift. I don't even know if I see one. Bro, why is that lasting so long? Bro, is this an event? What just happened? This is the tournament! What is that? Look, dude, I don't care. We're going here. What's happening? They calculate. This is calculated.
And Kevin the Cube went around the map and took the middle Loot Lake Island and lifted it up for Chapter 1, Season 6. And I think the Battle Pass is good. You know, you had Calamity, the Werewolf, and Little Red Riding Hood. And I think it was a good season. I think it was a good season, a good Battle Pass, good Halloween theme too. And I feel like Fortnite was still experimenting with how they were going to do things. Chapter 1 Season 6 brought amazing weapons besides the Kevin the Cube Island, which moved around the whole map during the season, which was pretty cool, and how it created like a new POI in different locations around the map. We also had many cube weapons, new sharpshooter. I think it was overall a good season. I know many people complained about it because there were zombie spawners, which was annoying because they would throw, you know, gas balls at you while you were trying to build or fight, and I get that, and that was pretty annoying. So I'd give the season honestly a 7. I would say a 7. Now moving on to Chapter 1 Season 7. Chapter 1 Season 7 to me was one of the best primes of Fortnite that has ever happened, in my opinion. And the only reason why is I was a young kid, and I just feel like the vibes from Christmas and Season 7 was so brought together so well. It was honestly amazing, in my opinion. The Battle Pass was fun. It was unique. You had a Yeti. You know, you had Santa Claus, but in like a military kind of style. You had planes. You had all this new stuff and a whole new snow biome, which was pretty cool. And I feel like they were still learning from their mistakes as the Infinity Blade came into the game, which was a little too overpowered at launch and had to be vaulted the next day. Now, me personally, I don't remember playing against or with the Infinity Blade. I think I was too young to be focusing on Twitter and YouTube and all that. I just focused on playing. So I think I maybe died by it once or twice, but it never really affected me. But I would give, the only reason I would only give Season 7 because it was Christmas and the vibes and everything. I'd probably give it like 9.5 around there. 9.3 maybe. But it's definitely one of the best seasons in my opinion, just for the time it was in. Now moving on to Chapter 1 Season 8. This is the pirate season. The volcano, a big huge volcano showed up on the map out of nowhere. And this season was unique, definitely, because we've never seen pirates before. Like, we've seen snow in Chapter 1 Season 7. We've seen cubes, Kevin the Cube, in Chapter 1 Season 6. And we've seen the desert in Chapter 1 Season 5. And even Season 4, Chapter 1 Season 4, we've seen superheroes and villains, but we've never seen a pirate season ever in Fortnite. It was definitely cool, and it's fun to remember on the memories I had using the ballers that came out, you know, all the new weapons that came out. I'll put some pictures of new weapons that came out. Yeah, the cannons too that would shoot you across the map. There was a couple glitches about that too. There's a famous clip of Ninja getting flown across the map. And I'd rate Chapter 1 Season 8 like around a 7.5, because the Battle Pass was okay. It looked cool, don't get me wrong. But it looked cool, don't get me wrong. But I'd rate it that, just in my opinion. Now, Chapter 1 Season 9 was the re-innovation as the Chapter 1 Season 8 end event. The volcano kind of blew up Tilted Towers and Retail Row, which was a big thing for the community, and they woke up on Chapter 1 Season 9 release and they saw that Tilted Towers got replaced with Neo Tilted and Retail Row got replaced with Mega Mall, which I know many people hated this new update because they wanted the OG, like not the OG, the old POIs back. But I think they definitely changed something about it. It made it better. And they definitely made it better and made it unique and fresh since we've been playing on Tilted Towers and Retail Row for basically a year or so now, or a couple years at least. And they definitely added new weapons and they added slipstreams, which are cool but also annoying because people just run away all the time. I would give the season around like a 8-ish, I'd say. Now, onto the big issue. Chapter 1, Season X, or 10. Now, the problem with Season X, it wouldn't have been a bad season. They had a good... Donald Mustard was cooking up with the Fortnite team, and they had a good storyline going with the monster and the mech and the 0 point, how it was destabilizing. But since Fortnite was still learning from their mistakes, they decided to try again, like the Infinity Blade, and tried to do it again, but in a mech form, which is a big giant robot. If you played Timefall, you know what that is. And it was way too overpowered, and it never got nerfed throughout the season, which I feel like dragged Chapter 1 Season 10 basically through the dirt because Epic didn't nerf it as well enough. And there's another big problem with the mechs is that they had it where you could get like 2 people in each seat. So one person was, so let's say an enemy player could be moving, but you could be shooting. So it's kind of unfair. And I feel like if they would have just made it, you know, 1 seat, it would have been made it way better. And I don't get why Fortnite released it, you know, on such quote unquote cracked out damage and everything when they have playtesters that test the game like every day. So I don't get why it was released, but I feel like it was definitely dragged. We had a cool battle pass. It was like a kind of a remix kind of, and it was kind of the for like how they brought back Rust Lord and all these new skins. And then at the end of chapter 1 we had the end event, which had the 7, who we didn't know at the time, shoot 7 rockets with the meteor into the 0 point, make it destabilize, and make it safely transport us to chapter 2. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and please leave a comment below if you like this sort of content and me reviewing chapters. And if you guys like it a lot, I will do a chapter 2 review and maybe even a chapter 3, 4, 5, and even 6 now. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this. Please leave a like and subscribe, and you can always unsubscribe later. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video. It's a W Bus Driver. See ya.